You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co-host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad-to-be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together. All right, Sean. We're going to be talking about dad travel. You being the dad taxi, where you're taking your kids, all the stuff, all things about that. My first question for you, have you ever stopped the car when you were the dad taxi to have a conversation with a kid? Like pulled the car over, you know?
No, I haven't yet. So
There's still time.
I'm going to say yet, but being 19, 13, and 7, there is still time. I've pulled the car over for children to be sick.
Me too. Yeah, I've done
And
that.
that's at varying ages and self-inflicted for one of them. But I've never pulled it over and then been like to have a discussion with a child. So no.
Yeah, I haven't either. I never have done the line.
Okay,
You don't do this right now. I'm going to pull this car over. I don't know what I'd do if I pulled the car over. I mean, I guess the idea is that you're going to like spank him or something. Not really a thing we do in our household. So,
yeah.
So yeah.
I think I've used the threat of if you don't stop making all the noises in the back, I will just turn us around and take us home. I have used that one.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Which 9 times out of 10 I don't want to do because we're usually going somewhere I want to go to. So.
Right? Yeah, we could have a whole different podcast episode about consequences. That was a really hard thing with when Noah and Ariel got in the fight. Of like, okay, well, wait. There's gonna be prolonged consequences. Please don't make me part of the consequence because I had nothing to do with it. That was kind of the conversation I had with my wife. So yeah. Very, very true. That's exactly what I was thinking when you said that. Like, I've never done that because I'm usually like, I don't really want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and being the guy that's usually at home because I work shifts, and Lindsay does like Monday to Friday school times. It's usually me that does all the running around. So like, I'll take Logan to school. I'll pick Logan up from school for like I'd say a good 70 to 75% of the time. Which Lindsay does her fair share when like dropping Logan off at my mum's or like one of his friends who's going to help take him to school because I'm at work, or I'm asleep because I'm working nights, so I'm back to front. But yeah, it's usually me that's doing the running around. So, and I don't mind it. I quite like it because it's time for like me and Logan will talk, and usually him chatting my ear off about Minecraft or Roblox or like. What was he talking about? No, Skate the other day because he was playing Skate and he was like, I did this really cool grind and I did this and the board did this, and I was so like, there's a lot of that, and there's a lot of me that just sits there and like, yep,
yeah,
oh, that's cool.
I hear that,
and it's not that I'm not paying attention to him or acknowledging what he's saying, because 9 times out of 10 I'm listening just because some of the stuff he comes out with is just hilarious and fantastic. I mean, he made a full song up the other day. About chicken nuggets to Snoop Dogg's "Drop It Like It's Hot." So that was pretty good. And I mean, it was something like, "Eat your nuggets while they're hot. Eat your nuggets like you're hot. And if you like tomato sauce, no, I'd absolutely not." So like he was doing that, and that was really cool.
Oh, so
but
good.
Usually I'm like, driving to and from school is like where most people are driving at the worst, because it's first thing in the morning, they've got kids in the car, they're rushing around, people are making like silly accidents, like silly decisions, so I'm constantly like on high alert. So I am listening and taking in everything he's saying, because I have this inability to switch off from whatever he's saying. Like Lindsay can switch off when she's driving to it, she just blanks it out completely. But for me, I'm just constantly listening. So
Yeah, that makes sense. I drive the kids, not all places, but most places, especially during the school year, because Becca's usually at school, and I take them to school, from school. I do get some help from the grandparents on like at least 2 days out of the week, which is super nice. So I always take them to school. 2 days out of the week, the grandparents will pick them up from school, but then I'm usually taking them to soccer practice, bowling, all the things. Now rehearsal, because we're doing the rehearsal thing with Noah. So I'm doing all those things. So yeah, I'm in the car with them a lot. And yes, actually some of my favorite car time is when it's only one of the two of them. Because that's when they'll have a real conversation with me. A lot of times they're just goofing off in the back, not like in a bad way. They're just doing their own thing. They're right next to each other, and so sometimes they get on each other's nerves. But for the most part, they're just doing kid goof stuff, and so they kind of do that thing. But like when I took Noah bowling on Saturday, it was really cool because he was like, we had that kind of conversation you were talking about. Like he was like, Dad, what are you going to do next in Grounded? How are we going to do that? We were in the ice cream cart, but we never found the thing. Where do you think the thing's at? You know? And it was like, have you thought about doing this, Dad? You know? And then we like move on to Madden. Like how do we win instead of lose all the time, Dad?
yeah,
So yeah.
It's nice those kind of, because they become like a bit of a safe place, because it is just you two. You're kind of you're in a soundproof booth where nobody can hear what anybody else is saying, sort of thing. So that is really nice.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, those are some of my favorite drive times, but that doesn't happen very often. Normally they're both in the car with me and we're doing a thing, going to place. My biggest struggle, actually, not that they don't argue in the car, because they do from time to time argue in the car. I know this is one podcast to another, so I think most everybody that listens to us knows that we podcast together, but they have now won their third league game, 3-0. So there you go. That's the last update.
Look at that, in the space of a week, they've won a game.
That's right, yeah. It was a really long soccer game, people. We started on Monday and we finished on Wednesday. So there
was some halftime.
Yeah, seriously. That's what it was. It was 25-minute quarters. They just had 2 days between the or halves. I mean, they said 2 days between the halves. No, it's if my children in a place where I could leave them, I would. I mean, I legit would be like, listen, this taxi leaves at 7:00, and if you're not in it, then it's leaving. And if you can stay here, but unfortunately, I legally cannot do that. So that is the thing I wish I could do, because they're like just lollygagging around and like, I wish I could be like, forget you. Sorry, you're not going to whatever it is. You're just going to stay here because you didn't get your butt around like I asked you to 75 bazillion times in the last 5 minutes. That's my biggest struggle with dad taxi.
I've got around that, especially on a morning before school, because Logan likes to kind of get to the gates early. And I know you have like yours is a drop-off queue, but like for us is we park up in a car park near the school, and then walk down to the school gates. And that's, I usually stand around and I'll talk to Joe, or I'll talk to Joe's wife, or a couple of over the school mums and dads. And Logan likes to run around with the other kids. And like he usually takes a teddy or a toy and he kind of shows it off, sort of thing. So that my bargaining chip on a morning is like, if we don't set off in the next 5 minutes, you are not going to get the time outside the gates. And that usually spurs him on. So it's like I have to figure out a bargain. That is the way I figured out a bargaining chip for him. Because usually I would be then like, come on, we need to go, because we're going to hit traffic, we're going to be late, we're going to be running you into school. And
Yeah, that's just, I mean, and this year, I think I've talked about it. This year has been better than last year with Ariel specifically. This is an Ariel problem more than a Noah problem. So this year has been better. But that said, still is sometimes of an issue. If I wanted to be unhealthy, the only thing I have as a bargaining chip is like getting donuts, but I don't want to give them donuts every day. So that is the one thing. Like if I really want to move, so I do this on board meeting mornings, which is only like once every other month that we have this happen. But I need to be there ASAP. And so I will tell them, listen, we're going to pick up a donut on the way unless you're too slow. And then we ain't picking up donuts. You're just going to have whatever you're going to have. So that always makes them. They're magically move very quick when that happens.
You make me move magically quick.
Right?
If that happened, you promised me a donut on the way to work.
So, but
be your best friend.
You're right.
So then going down that route, are the kids allowed to eat in the car?
Oh, good question. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't care.
You see, my car now, because I've got the MG, and I am religiously keeping it clean because I like it like that. Nobody eats in the car. I don't even eat in the car. So like I'm a stipular for that rule. Logan broke it on Friday, because I picked him up from school, took him for his haircutting, and then took him to McDonald's because the Monopoly thing's still on the go in the UK.
We're just getting started. Ours is.
And I had six free nuggets for him again. So I was like, "That's your haircut. We'll go." And I'm going to sound really bad when I say this. We got the 6 free nuggets, and then I got him a 6 nugget meal. And that was his tea on Friday. But he does that every Friday. He's the only day he has chicken nuggets, and they're not always from McDonald's. We usually like use the ones that we can buy from the store, kind of thing. But because the Monopoly thing's on, we keep rolling over like free nuggets. So it keeps ending up with chicken nuggets every Friday. That's where the chicken nuggets on came from.
Nice.
But as we were driving back, he had the paper bag with all the food in between his feet to keep it upright, and he just kept sneaking a chip. And like I caught him out the corner of my eye, and I was like, well, "Why are you eating in my car?" He goes, "But this smells so nice." But usually try not to let them eat in the car unless we're going on a really long journey, which then I don't mind because you've got to eat snacks and stuff like that. But usually now it's a no eating, no drinking rule.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both our cars are free for all. So they can do whatever they want. When we bought the Kona, the guy was like, "Whoa, for an extra $1,000, I'll throw on a fabric protection plan." I was like, "Buddy," I can't drive up here every time there's a spill on that. So I was like, I'm going to spend too much money in gas. I was like, "You're like an hour and a half away from us." I was like, "Sounds great, but it's not going to happen." He's like, "Whoa, okay." I was like, "Yeah, no thanks."
At least you were honest.
Yeah.
No, I clean both the cars, and I try my best to say to Lindsay, "Don't let the kids eat in the car," but they do.
What about Lindsay? How does Lindsay feel about this plan? That's all. I know this is dad taxi.
She doesn't like it.
Okay, yeah, I was like,
so she has that mind of like, she'll go to like Marks and Spencer's or Lidl, and she'll get Logan a pretzel, and he can like full on eat it on the way home from school in the car, and I'm like, great. So there's like grains of salt, there's like big chunks of salt, there's breadcrumbs all over the place, and like, or if she goes to the beach for the day, that's usually the worst.
Oh, I bet. Well, there's nothing you can do about that.
There is.
How are you going to get rid of all that sand? What are you going to put them in like a washer and dryer before you put them in the car?
Okay, this is going to show how bad I have a little handheld rechargeable jet blower. that you literally can blow the sand off them, blow the sand off the towels. Everybody has to everybody has to like brush the feet off and like knock the shoes out of all the sand out of the shoes and stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty bad for that. And it's mainly because if I'm getting in the car to drive anywhere and it's just me, it's like my place where I'll listen to music, I'll sing along, and like it's my place where I'm quite happy. And if I have to pick anybody up, because I sometimes pick people up for work and stuff, I see my car as a reflection of how I am. So if my car's neat and tidy and smells nice, then people kind of have that,
sure,
as a reflection on me. So, but yeah, no eating, no drinking, no carrying smelling. I hate the smell that McDonald's food leaves. It was still there this morning for work.
Oh yeah, nothing worse than leaving a fast food bag in the car. Oh, it's the worst. Even if it's empty, it doesn't even matter. Even if you've ate all this stuff, still smells awful. Subway is the worst smelling food. I love Subway, but you leave that bag in there, like even after you eat the sub, like man, it makes that thing smell awful. I don't know. Subway tastes way better than their food smells. That's all I have to say.
That's never thought about that. I'm gonna have to put that to the test one day and smell the Subway food before I eat it. I usually don't have a chance to smell it because it's just gone.
Yeah, man.
6
I don't know.
inches gone.
Yeah, it just doesn't smell good. I won't even leave it in my trash can at the office because I think it makes the whole office smell bad. Okay, so here's the thing, Sean. You and I are very alike when it comes to the house. The house, I'm very much like, hey, listen, we need to pick this up. The kids are usually like, ugh, Dad's talking about me picking something else. Okay. When it comes to the vehicles, though, you and I are like completely different. My van gets everything and I think part of it is my job. Like I'm picking up lumber, I'm picking up all kinds of junk from the job sites, taking it to the job sites. The back of the van is always like a mess. And so, yeah, the whole van. If I ever pick you up, Sean, man, now I know I got to get that thing detailed. I'm going to be like, oh, I'm not going to let Sean see this. Like, or I'll just bring you a hazmat suit. One of the two. I don't care. I don't know. One way. It's but yeah, it looks pretty rough in my van.
I like the process of cleaning a car. Like I have some pretty nice cleaning products for the car that I got from Star. I can never say it properly, but Style and Gloss, which is a shop I found on a brand I found on TikTok. But they do some fantastic stuff. So I've taken great pride in keeping both cars treated with this stuff. The hydrophobic snow foam is fantastic because it makes cleaning so much easier for a start, but also stops crap from sticking to the car as much. So, which is quite good.
You were talking about this before.
Yeah. I like this stuff. So it's a combination of car cleaning and science mixed together.
I like it.
But
I like it. So I'm not gonna lie. All I ever do is use water, and I wash down the dashboard, and then I'll take the cup holders out every once in a while, and drop out the 5,000 French fry crumbs and other things, and then put them through the wash. And then I vacuum it out. That's my process. But before I do any of that, I tell the kids, go get your crap out of the van. And that usually, I literally could give them like a banana box, and they would probably fill it because they put that much junk in the back of the van. Like it's like we're going for an hour ride to go to an aerial soccer game. They got like a bag full of stuff. I'm like, guys, this is an hour ride. You don't need all this junk. It's not going to be that long. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And then when they come back out, you know what? They take like 5 things out of the van. Like they got like 5 things in their hand as they're walking back from the van after we've parked at the house. And I'm like, wait, you just pull like a grocery bag of toys in there, and yet you only got 3 toys in your hand. How is this possible? Where did they go? I'll tell you where they went. They're all under the seats. They're in the little seat crevices. They're in every crevice and crack and seat little flap that's in that van. That's where they are. And they just get lost there until I tell them to go fish them all out.
I can tell you exactly what's in my car now, to a specific detail and to exactly where it is in the car.
Wow.
I have a magnetic fidget spinner and a suction cup magnet mount for my phone, in the center console part with my wallet and my ID for work. The glove box has the microphones that I use for recording audio on my phone when I'm trying to make TikToks for us and stuff like that. In the glove box with an ice scraper, and I have sunglasses in the overhead compartment and 2 woolly hats on the back seat. That's it.
God bless you, Sean. Mine's like the black hole. Everything's in there and nothing all at the same time. It's just, if it goes in there, you might never find it again, or it might spit out somewhere else in the world. It's not, you don't know. You don't know. It's like a wormhole in there. I have no idea.
No.
It's so we found a place. We are very different. Very, very. It's just like, I have no idea what's in that thing.
And I don't judge anybody.
Sure.
The thing is, I say people judge. I feel like people judge me. I don't judge anybody else. When I get in their car and it's like, so the guy I go karting with, I get in his car and he has this pretty much like a no holes barred in the van. You get in and it's just like, I get and sit down and like, oh yeah, I really need to clean this out. And I was like, you said that when we went go karting 6 months ago. I don't say it in a bad way. I get comfy in and around the chaos. But
just like if you just scooch down enough, all of the fast food wrappers just kind of come in and give you a hug. It just kind of like just like a little hug,
but yeah,
just like that.
with the Scirocco though, I wasn't as bothered. You could eat, you could drink.
Sure.
Like the car was 11 years old, or it's still 11. Well, it's not still 11 years old. It's an 11 plate car. So 2011. So like, and I'm not bothered. I used to everything like the tip runs. I used to drop the seats. I was like not bothered about putting things in there that was taken to the tip and stuff like that in landfill. But yeah, so I don't even like Rex has only been in the new one once. So
wow,
yeah.
wow. Rex is like, this is how you treat me. I know. I'm not even good enough for your new car.
He's got a full seat in Lindsay's car, and when we go places, we usually end up having to take two cars. Like when we went on holiday this year, we took two cars because Lindsay took the dog, and
Is that what Lindsay's like? I will take the luggage and the dog. You get the rest.
no, she didn't even take the luggage. She took who did she take? I think she took Logan.
Oh, she took a kid. Okay,
and
that's
Jay.
fine.
She took Logan,
Oh,
Jay,
okay.
and the dog, and a few bits in her boot, which was mainly like the dog's bed and food and stuff like that. Like I dropped the seats in mine, and I took Emily, and then like I had all the suitcases, the yard, like the lawn games and stuff they were taking, like loaded my car up, in that sense. But we had to take two cars. So
okay, well you split the kids, so that's fair. I was just waiting for you to be like Lindsay, be like, nah, I'm gonna take the dog and the luggage. You get the kids. Have fun.
No, she likes to take Logan and Jay because they were like singing along sort of thing. Sure. and stuff like that. But usually, if we are going anywhere as a family, it will be me that's driving, Lindsay asleep in the front seat, and then the kids all with headphones on in the back doing whatever they're doing on their things.
Yeah, that's either asleep or like watching Facebook videos. That's Becca, and then she looks up every once in a while and she'll be like, "I'm sorry, babe. Let's have I'm sorry. I'll have a conversation." And then she's like, I'm like,
yeah.
I appreciate the effort.
Lindsay doesn't like to talk in the car. She will play all. She'll usually do her like New York Times puzzles that she does every day on her phone. And then she might play a little bit of Candy Crush. And then like she usually brings a blanket, so like the blanket will come up a little bit and she'll get snuggled in. She puts her heated seat on, and then all of a sudden she's the entire. But Jay is exactly the same. I took Jay back to uni the other day, to move her in, and Emily came along with us. Emily was sat in the back, surrounded by Jay's stuff everywhere because I had to drop like most of the seats down. So Emily was like surrounded by pillows and everything like that. She sat there listening to her own music. And like, Jay was awake for a little bit, and I looked across and said, "Don't be falling asleep. You need to talk to me, or like at least help keep me entertained. It's a 2-hour drive, and it's bad weather. I want to like constantly. I want to be able to talk and not feel tired." And she did exactly the same. The blanket came up, and then head went back, and I was like, "Great." And it was like we pulled up because there was traffic. I just took a picture and sent it to Lindsay, but like, she is as bad as you. So. But we've had some really good times. We've had some very memorable times. The first time we went to Scotland and we took two cars and we used walkie-talkies to communicate. That was hilarious because Logan was like 5, maybe 4. It's like it just got the concept of a walkie-talkie, and it was just constant, like on and off, on and off, on and off this walkie-talkie for the entire journey to Scotland, which was a 4-hour drive. That was good. And we kind of we stayed in convoy, or we were side by side the entire time. So that was really good because the kids were like making each other laugh and joke.
That's fun.
And then the year after that, we hired a van so we could all sit in the same vehicle and like pack everything in the back of the van. That was even better because we made a family playlist and everybody had to suggest songs to this playlist. And then as they were playing, the person had to guess who it had come from.
Gotcha. I like that. That is cool. Well, we're on playlists. So what's your playlist, Dad? What's your dad's playlist? And do your kids like it? That's what I really want to know. Or are they like, oh, Dad's playlist?
See, each one is different to what they like.
Oh, okay.
So Emily's very big into her like Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco theme. Like she's into that kind of emo punk rock at the moment. Where I thought Logan would have been kind of into Blink and things like that, but he's not. He really likes his hip hop.
Oh wow.
Strangely, really, really like Snoop Dogg.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen the guy. He's got that cool vibe to him. Like I like.
Yeah.
Sometimes you send pictures. I'm like, dang, that dude is cool. Like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. And Jay is big into like Billie Eilish, but then she'll swing to like ABBA, and then Bowie, Pink Floyd. So she has a really wide spectrum of music. So,
So
usually if
go ahead.
Go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, do you cater to their likes? That's what I was gonna ask.
I try, but 9 times out of 10 they have the headphones on listening to their own music anyway. So Jerry will always have her earplugs in listening to whatever she's listening to. Emily has some overhead ones that she listens to. So usually when I'm driving, I get free reign because nobody's listening.
Sure.
So I'll have, depends on what we're doing. If we're driving a long distance, I will have like a little bit of EDM, drum and bass kind of stuff where like the songs are long, the remixes are pretty big. But usually on the school run, I have like Blink-182 on stuff I can sing along to.
Sure.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, we just don't. I mean, I just don't make a big, especially in the van. I think it would be a bigger thing if I had the Kona. I have the van, which is 2017. It like takes not long, but like it can connect to my phone, but it doesn't just do that thing. I have to like connect it to the whole thing, right? So usually I'm like, listen, we're gonna be in this car for 15 minutes. I'm not spending an extra 3 minutes just to connect this stupid phone so that you can get like 15 minutes of what you exactly want to listen to. So usually we listen to a lot of Christian rock radio type stuff, and so I'm just listening to that. When I do have the Kona, the kids are usually like, you have the Kona, can we just listen to let's see, what is it? Oh, they love kids pop. They love the riffs on all the popular songs. So we'll listen to that.
Yeah.
Gives them all the different things. So they'll ask for that quite often. When I have that, but they know that I'm not going to do this for a 15-minute drive.
Yeah. I used to listen to like a lot of different podcasts and audiobooks, but because Logan talks a lot, like can sometimes talk nonstop for a 20-25 minute car journey, he will not stop talking. I've kind of learned just to have some kind of background music on, and you can't really listen to a podcast or an audiobook. So I've kind of fallen off the whole podcast and audiobook deal now, which is a shame because there was a lot of really cool podcasts out there. I listened to the Joe Rogan Run. I listened to Neil deGrasse Tyson and learn about all different kinds of physics and time and stuff like that. So like my podcast listening to has now kind of gone to either cardio times in the gym, which is getting slimmer and slimmer because I have a fat knee again, or like at work if I'm having to do some kind of admin stuff on the computer, I'll listen to something then.
Yeah. Let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh, I don't remember. Sorry, I have Noah trying to ask me something. What? No. Get out of here. Are you done?
No, I'm kidding.
Are you done? No, I'm not done.
Are you done? Just chatting away from the.
It's like when you're like, "Are you asleep? Are you asleep?" No, I'm not anymore.
Well, when they're pulling your eyelids open, are you asleep now? No, I was. Now I am not because you've just poked me in the eye. No, Logan has grasped me in, or at least tried. I think he over exaggerated it. So like with the MG, it's very quick to accelerate to the speed limits, and he likes the feeling of the acceleration. He likes the feeling of him being pinned in the seat.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, while we were on holiday,
like his dad,
he was telling.
That's why.
Yeah, a little bit. But while we were on holiday, he was telling my father-in-law's wife that I was doing 122 miles an hour on the way to school. So I looked at him and I was like, one, there is no road I can do 122 miles on an hour to get you to school. And two, I wouldn't ever do that speed with you in the car.
That's really funny. It's like, yeah, my dad.
So yeah, he grassed me.
He had to be going at
But
least
no,
500 miles an hour, man. You should have felt it.
No, it's funny, and he picks up on it. Like if I call somebody an idiot for doing something in front of me, or like just like, oh, idiot, and he's like, "Who's an idiot?" And I was like, "That person in front of us." And then like we get into a full conversation of why that person was doing the wrong thing on the road at the wrong time. So that's good. And then like when he's half listening to phone calls and stuff as well, like when Lindsay will ring me and she's telling me about her day, and we get off the phone, he's like, "Who's coming to the house? Who did this?" And I'm like, no, you've half listened to a conversation you don't know much about. So
yeah, Noah's very good at that. Whenever I'm showing Becca something, she's like, "What are you showing? What are you showing him? What, can I see it? No, go." That's all I'm gonna say. Also, in the Kona, one of the things that does somewhat drive me insane, when you've linked in and you've like put in a address, it pops up the speed that the road is and your speed. So the kids love to be like, "Hey, Dad, it's red. Dad, it's in the red. Oh, Dad, you're in the red again," which means I've gone too fast, according to Google, by the way. And so I'm like, just leave me alone, man. Like, I don't.
Do you
need
not find that they're
driving.
usually out by like 3 miles an hour?
You what?
GPS is usually out from on the speedo on the car, and the speed that I'm doing on the GPS is usually out by 2 or 3 miles an hour.
Yeah. So, but I don't tell them that. I just tell them to be quiet. Hush. Shut your
Mind
mouth.
your own business.
One of those three. It starts with be quiet.
You want to get
then
there
it's
on
hush,
time?
then it's like shut your mouth. It's as nice as I can say it now. You've mentioned it too many times. I don't want to say shut up, so I'm going to be a little bit nicer. Shut your mouth.
Well, Jay is old enough to drive herself. She's just got no use to be able to drive. So like my dad taxi days could be over with Jaya, but where she's at uni, it's pointless her having a car. And she's like a 10-minute walk from the train station. So it's not very often that I do taxi her now to and from uni. I don't taxi Emily many places, to be fair, because she walks to school. And then we don't do it because she walks to and from school. We don't really ever do a kind of handover with her mum. And she only lives on the other side of town, which is a 20-25-minute walk. So don't really taxi her around much. And I'm getting to the point now with Logan where I think on a morning I'm going to be able to like drop him near the school and let him just walk himself. Which is quite a sad day. He's already got to the point where if I'm taking him to the gate, he doesn't want me to walk him into school. He like stops me at the gate and says, "Right, I'm good here, bye, Dad." Which is a sad day.
Seriously, right?
But yeah,
that
I don't get to do that again. So
yeah, walking to school is not happening for us. Probably. Well, it depends on where they decide to go to high school, because the school they currently go to only goes to 8th grade. So then they got to go to high school somewhere. If they go to Sturgis, which is where we live, then maybe. But anywhere else, no. I mean, you're talking it's a 20-mile trip to get to.
Wow, that's a long walk.
Not 20. It's like, no, it takes me 15. So it can't be 20. It's got to be more like 12 or 13. 12 or 13 miles, probably. Something like that. So
it only takes you 15 minutes to go 13 miles.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to look it up, Sean. Now I'm going to look it up. I could be wrong.
I was having the whole conversation of like when I go to the Nintendo pop-up store is like Tim goes, "Wow, I forgot how big England is." It's really not. It takes me 15 to 20 minutes to get to work, which is 6 miles away.
According to Google, it should take me 13 minutes to get the 10. So it's 10 miles. So it should take me 13 minutes to get 10 miles, according to Google. So I feel like it takes.
And obviously,
me
if you keep it in the red,
yeah. I feel like it takes me 15 minutes to get there, though. But I could be wrong. So.
Yeah. But no, it makes such a difference. And like, obviously, you're more rural, and you like the roads are usually straight.
Oh yeah,
Not too many curves.
I mean, there's not many curves. It's very straight, and we're normally going 58 miles an hour.
You see here,
Which, by the
it's
way,
like
puts me in the red because it's 55. Just to be clear.
like I think I have to pass through 2 20-mile-an-hour zones, and then the rest of it's 30 miles an hour to get Logan to school.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I've got one roundabout, a level crossing, 4 sets of traffic lights to contend with. So.
Yeah.
And a lot of people doing the same thing in the morning. So.
What do you do? So when you pick the kid, well, you only pick Logan up, and that's only you pick. Oh, yeah. Okay. I've been doing highs and lows when I pick the kids up from school. So
highs and lows.
Highs and lows. Yep. Because if I ask them, "How was your day, guys?" they say good, and if I ask, "What did you do?" they say, "I don't know," and I'm like, "You."
Yeah, that's usually the conversation I get with Logan.
Yeah. So
until he sees Mum, and then like he just pauses it all out, and it's like, I asked you this
Right?
question 20 minutes ago.
So I've been doing highs and lows, and I don't know or whatever cannot be an answer. They have to tell me the best thing, basically, that's the high, and the worst thing, the lowest thing. Doesn't have to be bad, just like, this was just so-so. So
Did you get that? Did you possibly get this from an episode we did a while back?
I think, yeah, well, maybe I did, or I don't know. Did you tell me about it?
We talked about it, and like getting them to come, like to talk more about what the day and stuff like that. We said to, I think you actually suggested it about picking the like a high point from the day and a low point from the day and a funny thing from the day.
Yeah, I didn't know I had talked about it, but yeah, that is what I've been doing, and I actually I think I got it from a coworker of mine who brought it up because I was complaining.
See, what usually happens when I pick Logan up from school is he comes running up to me, and 9 times out of 10 I'm in a hoodie, and his hands instantly go into my hoodie pocket because I usually bring him like a sugar-free Chubba Chub lolly or like a pretzel from Lidl or anything. Goes straight into my hoodie pocket, like patting me down for food. He's like, "Are you gonna snack something? Are you gonna snack something? I know you're holding."
That's so funny.
And then he'll give me his bag while he eats the snack that I have never really have brought him. And then I'll say to him, "If you had a good day, like, has it been a good day or a bad day?" I usually get a thumbs up, thumbs middle, or thumbs down. And then my next question is, "How have we done with your lunch? Because you basically fleeced me for this snack." And again, I'll get a thumbs up if he's eating it all, thumbs to the middle if like he's left something, and a thumbs down if he hasn't eaten a right lot. So, and that's usually how the conversation goes.
Yep. So I have snacks. This is how I keep snacks in the car when I get there. Nobody gets a snack until they tell me they're high and low, and I have to be satisfied that it was a good enough answer. So, like, don't be giving me like, yeah, for high, yeah, we went to recess, and the low was I didn't like lunch. Can I have my snack now? No.
Yeah.
No.
Fair enough.
So isn't
it really funny we can treat kids like animals? You can get this if you do what I say.
That's right. Yep. Like if I have to bribe conversation out of you, then let's do it. I'll do it. That's
At least we all know one thing as well, that your kids are eating the snacks in the car. Logan's not allowed to get in my car until he's finished his snack.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yep. That's 100% true. Let's see. Anything else we haven't hit? We're almost at 40 minutes here, so just so you know. Trying to keep these closer. Bring these down for you guys.
To the half hour mark.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. No, I can't think of anything. I've had some the most memorable journeys I've had with taking Logan to school is when the Scirocco decided he wanted to start.
Give me it.
The Scirocco decided it was like starting to die. So taking him to school took half an hour because the car wouldn't stay running. every time I set off, the car would cut out. So then we'd have to roll while I like restarted the car and got it going, and then it would cut out again. And that was the entire journey to and from school.
Oh, so
that was interesting in traffic. Lots of people beeping at me. That's probably the most. Because then Logan's there like, "Dad, why's the car not working? Dad, we're going to be late. Dad, why is it doing this?" Dad, and I'm like, "I really don't know." And I've got like every Tom, Dick, and Harry behind me going me because I can't move the car quick enough that they want to go to where they want to go.
Yeah, that's
Whew,
good.
that's when that's what just made me decide the green card needed to go, and I needed to buy a new one. So
Yeah. Yeah, I
yeah.
bet. I can understand that bringing you there. For me, it it will always be a memory. I think I sent you a video of it actually. We are driving down one of those 55-mile-an-hour roads, and not going quite 55. We had just kind of gotten out of the school district area, right? So it's slower in that area. And all of a sudden, I hear Ariel say, "There's a horse by me," and I'm like, "What? What?" I was like, "Oh, in the field?" And she's like, "I don't think it's in the field, Dad." And I was like, "What? It's got sis. It's got to be in the field." And so I like tap my brakes just to like see what I can see, and I look over, and all of a sudden, there's a horse on the road that just passes me. And Noah's like, "I got a horse too." And I'm like, "What do you mean you got a horse too?" And I look over and there's another horse on this side of me. And they both pass me. And they're just like they like cut in front of me and they're like, and I'm like, what am I seeing? I mean, I know I live in the country. I get we're in a rural area. We see stuff like break through fences. I never in my life have I seen I've seen a horse on the side of the road and called the dispatch and been like, "Hey, somebody's horse broke out. I've just never seen him pass me as I'm driving. I was only going 20-ish probably, but they're in a full-on barrel and they pass me and I'm like, well, now I don't know what to do. I mean, it almost looks like I'm being pulled by these guys. They're just sitting. So I'm like, and so now here I am. I'm going 20 miles an hour with two horses running in front of me. I'm like, I don't even know what's happening here. So I'm just so I get on the phone, call dispatch, and I'm like, "Hey, I have horses." It's going to sound, okay, really, I'm not insane. I have horses in front of me on the road running. You might want to bring somebody out here to try to corral them. So yeah, that was by far. But I mean, yes, it was just the kids were the best. They were the part that really made it. When Ariel was like,
I mean,
"I got a horse over here."
I couldn't imagine that. That was, what do you mean? Oh, it is.
Yeah. Well, and I really was like, "Yeah, sis, in the field." And she's like, "I don't think it's in the field."
The thing is, at that point, before you tap the brakes to slow down to see what's going, they must have been going some to be level with you as well.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we weren't going full speed. It's 35 in the school zone, and she was looking back. So when I tapped my brakes, I was probably going 20 or something after I tapped my brakes to just see what she was seeing. And then when I saw the horse go, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" So fun times.
Yeah. Oh, you're really lucky because the horses and I don't like horses. They're one of the animals that scares me the most because they're just so unpredictable. They could have done anything. They could have at any point just stopped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They definitely.
And you'd have a giant horse-shaped dent in the van.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and there was at one point there was oncoming traffic. They were both in my lane, and there was oncoming traffic. But of course, the oncoming traffic was now very nervous, so it just stopped, and the horses just ran by it. And I don't know. I'd love to know what that guy was thinking. He's like, "Why is that guy chasing two horses in a car? I'm not trying to."
Well, yeah, either that's going through his head that you're chasing them, or that guy's being pulled by two horses.
Right? Yeah.
What kind of tow company does that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no, that's awesome. That beats mine. That's simple. I don't think actually I could think of anybody that's told me a more memorable story than horses.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was my story. So there you go, guys. Ending on that one.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Like I promised at the end of the last week's episode, we have gone back to our usual scheduled programming, which is hopefully going to continue. We'd like to natter and chatter a lot, which you'll probably have noticed if you've listened to this a while. They have gradually increased in length. Trying to think if there's anything important coming up soon for anybody, holidays wise, but I don't think so. Well, we're almost in October, which is a spooky month.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned. We'll probably have some kind of Halloween themed episode coming out in the next few weeks. But until next week, enjoy the rest of your week and have a great weekend. And we'll see you next Monday.
See you later, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott. You can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over, because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dad Crossing.